Welcome back to another episode of Artists in the Middle Ages. I'm your host, Grace, and today we're going to be taking a look at Rafael's life.
Unfortunately, our guest Courtney couldn't make it here today with us, but we will be doing an interview with her over video chat. Let's get started. Hi, Courtney. How are you?
Hi Grace, I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. Let's get right to it. So, to start it off today, could you give us a little bit of background information on Rafael?
Sure. He was born on April 6, 1483 in Urbino, Italy. Later, at the age of 32, he died on April 6, 1520. His medium of art was painting, drawing, and fresco. Fresco was a type of painting like a large mural done on wet lime paper.
That's really interesting. I've never heard of fresco before. Could you tell us about 10 main events in Rafael's life?
Of course. Rafael is born on April 6, 1483. In 1491, Rafael's mother dies. In 1494, his father dies. In 1495, he was an apprentice to Perugino. In 1505, he taught in Florence. In 1507, he was commissioned to paint. In 1508, he was called to Rome by the Pope. In 1509, he paints the School of Athens. And finally, on April 6, 1520, Rafael dies.
Wow, that is quite the story. Next, could you give us a breakdown on your 3 favorite paintings done by Rafael?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think my favorite painting is probably the Transfiguration. It was painted in 1516 and is now placed in the Pinacoteca Vaticana. Some people say it's the most famous oil painting in the world. It's one of my favorites because of the depth, the clothes, the clouds in the background, and I think it has a lot of depth to it. Also, how Jesus and some other people are lifted above the rest in the painting, it makes it super powerful. The School of Athens is also one of my favorite paintings. It was finished in 1511 and is considered fresco art. It now sits in the Apostolic Palace in the Vatican. What I love so much about this painting is how it looks like there's so many rooms behind the area that they are gathered in. The clothing in this piece is very detailed. There's also a person in the background that you might even recognize. For the third painting, I think I'm going to have to go with the Disputation of the Most Holy Sacrament. Raphael finished this painting in 1509. You can now visit it in the Apostolic Palace in the Vatican. I love how there are so many people and they are all very detailed, and it is super cool how there's different levels and multiple levels inside the piece. I think my favorite part will have to be the angels flying and of course the gold ceiling.
Wow, all 3 of those sound really amazing. Could you tell us a little bit more about the person that you said that we may recognize in the School of Athens?
Okay, get ready for this crazy story. So when Raphael entered the scene as a young adult, he challenged Michelangelo to the best artist. Michelangelo didn't take it well. They were always competing against each other to be the best. Raphael wanted to get ahead of Michelangelo, so he painted Michelangelo into his painting of the School of Athens. Crazy, right?
Dang, I was not expecting that. Could you tell us more about Raphael's main patron?
Well, Raphael's main patron was Pope Julius. He helped to support Raphael before he was famous. Raphael met Pope Julius when he was only 25. Then the Pope asked Raphael to decorate his private apartments, which became his first huge project.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks so much for your time, Courtney.
Thank you. I really enjoyed this interview.
Me too. Be sure to tune in next week on Artists in the Middle Ages when we will discuss Michelangelo and his rise to fame.